I knew it! Oh, I should have just shut up. Hey fellow Force users, what is up? It's Jasmine, the Ahsoka Tano fan. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So guys, we had quite an exciting weekend that just passed with Star Wars Celebration. We had a couple trailer drops. Of course, you know, the one that I was the most excited for was Ahsoka, and I'm still getting around to your comments on that video, but wow, what a trailer. And now we are back at it with another episode of The Mandalorian, and I believe this is the penultimate episode for this season. So last episode, to be honest, wasn't my absolute favorite. I think the visuals, like I said, were great. There were a couple good action sequences. I liked the battle between Bo and Axe and how she obtained the Darksaber. I really like Christopher Lloyd's character and how he name dropped Count Dooku. And Lizzo and Jack Black were definitely funny additions as well, but I just felt the episode was a little too lighthearted and kind of more of a side episode for this late in the season, if you know what I mean. I don't feel that it moved the main storyline that further ahead. I think the main storyline is what happened at the end of the episode, which is Bo-Katan getting the Darksaber. And so in my opinion, I think that should have been the focus of the episode. But we'll see, there's 2 more episodes to go, so they don't have so much time now to wrap up the storylines that we've seen thus far. I mentioned in the last video, we had Mando bathing in the living waters. He did that already. And we have to figure out what's going on with the IG-11 droid. Is he still in the picture? Is he gonna play a role somehow? What's going on with Grogu? Is he going more towards the Jedi path, more towards the Mandalorian path? We have Bo-Katan and the Darksaber, and then we have Elia Kane and the whole Doctor storyline. And then we've also found out that Gideon escaped and there was some Beskar alloy that was found on his transport ship. So there's quite a lot for them to wrap up, I think, in time for the season finale. And I actually do hope they wrap up a good amount of it and don't just leave it for the next season, because I feel like they've spent so much time going from different storyline to different storyline that it would feel like a bit of a waste if we didn't see the conclusion to at least a couple of these storylines this season. So we'll see what happens with that. Or at least maybe the end of the season could end off with Moff Gideon, you know, being shown or something like that. But anyways, so without further ado, guys, let's not speculate too much. Let's blast our way right into the episode and check out what's in store for us. Oh, we're back on Coruscant. I think it's Coruscant. Is it Coruscant? Was this Elia Kane? It definitely is. She is gonna get hers. Evil. Who is she going to meet? Moff Gideon? Maybe? A spy droid? She's still working for the Empire, obviously.
Code TK2755.
Are we about to see Gideon right now? In a hologram? Yeah! I knew it!
Sir, I'm afraid the pirates have run into trouble on Navarro.
Didn't you suggest that the New Republic would not be sending support?
Yep, we knew it, guys.
Bo-Katan Kryze led a squadron of Mandalorians alongside Din Djarin.
This cannot be. Those 2 factions are sworn enemies.
Oh, but it is.
Continue with your mission. I shall deal with our Mandalorian friends.
Yeah, haha. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't expect to see him so soon though, but wow. So where is he right now? These definitely look like Imperials. So that's what she was doing the whole time. She was working for him, and together they're gonna take down the New Republic and reestablish the Empire, or the First Order, or whatever. The incubators. We saw that last season too.
If we are perceived as anything other than a group of unorganized remnant warlords, the New Republic will increase their efforts to hunt us down.
Already getting sick of this new republic and its rules and regulations.
And you're gonna come with less rules and regulations?
They will rally behind us.
Oh my god!
Strength must not be
Is that Hemke Madera? That's the guy from Queen of the South, Pote. He's in my intro. Sorry, I'm like so excited to see him. He's such a good actor. So you have two people now from previous cartel shows. One being Giancarlo from Breaking Bad, obviously, and then Hemke in Queen of the South.
Admiral Thrawn's return will...
Grand Admiral Thrawn is missing from your delegation.
Thrawn, name drop.
He will be able to participate in the Shadow Council. I hear whispers from one end of the galaxy to another, and never a word of Thrawn. Perhaps it's time we look to new leadership.
So he wants to be the new leader.
Project Necromancer is a place for that.
Shoot, what's Necromancer again?
Dr. Pershing was captured by the New Republic. His research is lost.
So does he know that Elia Kane messed him up?
I account for what goes on in my sector. The same can be said of every member of this council.
Is it possible Hemlock is one of the people on this council? Dr. Hemlock?
We scrape and claw resources, awaiting the grand plan.
That guy looks familiar too. I feel like I've seen him before, the bald guy.
3 Praetorian guards.
And what is your security concern?
Mandalorians. They are preparing to retake their home world of Mandalore.
This is not looking good, guys.
We need to stamp them out now.
You'll have your reinforcements and your guard.
Oh no. There's about to be another purge. This is really bad. Oh no. Okay, now the storylines are starting to come together. I like it. I dig it. Oh boy. I completely do not have a good feeling about this. Wow, is that the Empire arriving on Navarro? He just can't catch a break. Oh, but those are Mandalorians.
That's a light cruiser, and second, it's not Imperial. Look at the markings.
Yeah. It looks pretty badass. Oh, so they're settling in now on Navarro. So these are basically the people that Bo-Katan is bringing back from Plaisir. So Axe and Casca and all of them are going to be on there. How's this going to go, though? Because they're different factions.
They've never met.
Oh, look at Grogu.
They know of each other. They hate.
They will if they want to survive.
Yeah, her and my thoughts are the same there. I hope they get along. This should be interesting. They should all get along, man. They're on the same side now. They're gonna have to be with the Empire coming after them. Oh, they're taking off the helmets. They look like they want to start scrapping. Someone say something nice. Come on.
Welcome, fellow Mandalorians.
Welcome back, my friend.
And Grogu's just sitting there looking, observing.
That's all the way from Coruscant.
Thank you.
That's not the only gift I have for you.
What's the other gift? Guys, I'm nervous about Moff Gideon coming after them, to be honest. Oh, the droid! IG-11, finally! I was wondering about him. Oh my gosh. The Anzellan. So they fixed him?
They removed his memory circuit. The pilot provides cognition.
So
Yes.
he has to be in there to operate it? Moff Gideon's gonna want Grogu too, potentially. Oh, I'm just nervous. Is that a puppet or is he CGI, the Anzellan?
But let's see if he fits.
That would be a plot twist if Grogu operates the droid. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. That's actually kind of creative though.
Grogu is too young to operate heavy machinery. Maybe when he's older. No.
Yeah, he's learning quick.
I think he's saying he's old enough to operate it.
Yes.
No, at least let him try it out in my office.
Yes.
Is he pushing away Mando? Oh my goodness. I can't, guys. I never thought I would see this in all of Star Wars, actually.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes. Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Jeez.
Yes.
He's gonna drive Mando nuts with that. He wants some food. You can't just take the food. Oh, I guess he can.
What are you doing? Get the people lost. No. Yes. Hey,
Oh my gosh, Mando has his hands full.
this isn't working for me.
Wonder what animal that is that they're roasting. So are they mingling with each other, or are they kind of keeping to themselves? Yeah, they're keeping to themselves.
It is time to retake our homeworld.
Do you guys think Bo-Katan could die? I hope not.
I'm proposing that we leave Navarro and move the fleet into orbit above Mandalore. Find out what remains of the Great Forge and establish a safe perimeter. I need volunteers from both tribes.
This might not be easy, to be honest. Din's gonna go. Will the armorer go, maybe?
Grogu as well.
He just volunteered his son. Costco's gonna go. Okay.
I will go.
Somebody's gotta do it if they want to retake the homeworld.
I will go.
Positive
I
love.
will go. I will go. I will go.
That guy looks young.
I will go.
I will go.
But
I will go.
but not everybody can go.
I will go as well.
Oh, the armorer is going. There's a chance some of them can die, man. I don't know. I'm kind of nervous. This is the episode we've been waiting for. It feels like the main storyline is being pushed along here, is moving ahead. But see, the fact that they're separating doesn't make them more vulnerable, you know, to attack. Because the Empire could just go to Navarro right now and wipe out the Mandalorians that are there. Especially because all of the main Mandalorians that we know are with the fleet of volunteers, right? Is Grogu in the droid? IG-11? He is. Man, you really can't be afraid of heights going on these kind of missions.
It's worse than I thought.
I was here when it happened.
That's something, because some of them have never even been to Mandalore. Now they're seeing it for the first time. Are they gonna run into those creatures again? Or something worse, even? I can't take Grogu seriously, guys. To be honest, as much as I love seeing him, I really don't think he should be here on this mission. It's too dangerous for him. I feel like the armorer could die too. Bo-Katan or the armorer could die because they're both in leader type roles.
We start scouting in that direction.
She looks happy. She's excited to get her homeworld back. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. It's 14 of them. What is that? Is that a ship? Looks like a pirate ship. Or are those other Mandalorians? I can't tell who that is.
We do?
Wear the crest of the night owl.
They're Mandalorians.
They do? I was gonna say, I thought I saw helmets. Who are we talking to right now?
It is?
Who are these people? Oh, they're loyal to her.
You would not forsake us, Lady Bo-Katan. We have failed you.
How have they failed her? I'm confused.
They intercepted any ships they saw leaving. They bombed every surface twice over.
I've seen that guy before.
It's a warning to the whole galaxy because we refuse to surrender.
So they fought to defend Mandalore, basically.
I did surrender. I met with Moff Gideon in exchange for submitting to the Empire and disarming. All remaining cities and Mandalorian lives were to be spared.
Ooh, I don't know if they're gonna be happy with that or not.
That is how Moff Gideon came to possess the Darksaber.
Shoot.
It was the only chance I had to save our people.
Shoot. I think this is the first time we're hearing this story, isn't it, guys?
How did these others survive?
We were hidden on the moon of Concordia.
Or you Death Watch?
Death Watch! Clone Wars callback.
Many warring factions.
It is always our own division that destroys us.
That's so true. They said that in the House of the Dragon, too. The Targaryens, what would be their undoing, would be themselves. That's often the case. She looks like she feels guilty.
We were taught that everyone but us had forsaken the way, that you were selfish and uncaring.
That was a pretty big reveal, actually.
I was selfish. And this is what it brought. I don't know if I can keep everyone together. This blade is all I have to unify our people.
What means more to me
His honor.
and loyalty and character.
So he's basically saying that him and his tribe stand with her. Aww. Aw, Din. That's so sweet. So she basically just has to work on her own people. Could we ever see the armorer take off her helmet?
Onward, Mandalorians! To the fore!
This is actually insane, guys, that we're seeing all the different Mandalorians. That's pretty cool. And the theme. It gives the title of the show so much more meaning, you know? I hope she doesn't run into the Empire or something. Is that chess?
You can't move an enforcer like that.
It's a flank jump.
But only the wing guard can flank jump.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Those primitives make up their own rules for everything.
Oh, crap. Oh no, guys, come on. What is that? Is that a mini Darksaber? He kind of looks like it. Oh man. Bo-Katan really is right. It's gonna be they who undo themselves.
Neither side can step in.
What if he knocks his helmet off or something? This is so stupid. They're fighting over a game. Well, it's more than that, but it's tension that's been boiling up. This is not a fight to the death, though, is it? Oh my gosh, Grogu, God bless you. Grogu saved the day. Oh my gosh, I'm dying.
You taught your apprentice well.
You didn't learn that from me.
He learned it from Luke? Why do they keep focusing on this ship, though? I just have a bad feeling.
Prepare to receive rescued survivors.
The Empire's gonna come, aren't they?
Copy, Gauntlet.
Oh, that camera angle just made me nervous. What is that? Something's falling? Or something coming up from underneath? What is that? The Mythosaur? Oh, that's definitely the Mythosaur. What else would it be? Right? Oh, man. Hope none of them die. Oh, did some of them just die right there? Oh, crap.
You good?
Oh, he's checking on his son. Damn, they can't catch a break at all.
This is what's left of the Great Forge.
Hmm.
This is what's the heart of our civilization.
That's what the armor, that was in what the armor was telling Bo-Katan, right? That there were two forges or something, but they're both forges.
We never left. Survived by migrating along the surface till the war ended. More survivors.
Those look like Empire. Shit. Those were Gideon's, guys, 100%. That's why there was Beskar alloy in the ship, right? Shit. Man, why do I feel like... Who just got hit there? Oh, that Bo-Katan. Shit. Nice. Oh shit, damn, Din. Is that Casca there? It's hard to tell when everyone has their helmets on. Who's who? I'm trying to look at the armor. They're retreating, but could they just be regrouping with more reinforcements?
Okay, kid. You gotta keep up.
Oh my gosh. Grogu really shouldn't be there. It's so dangerous. Damn, oh my gosh. Why am I feeling so nervous right now, guys? That's right, get the hell out of there. Wait, is that an Imperial base? Right on Mandalore? Oh, it was a trap! Oh no! Wow. And they can't even help them. So who's on the other side of the door? Din's on that side. They're gonna get Din. Oh my god, no. Shit, I feel for him. They did that exact same move on Ahsoka before. That sucks. So who is that? This is Gideon, for sure. 100%. Or is it a Darksaber? No, I think it's Gideon because they're playing his music too. Yeah. Ugh.
Thank you for gathering the Mandalorians into one place.
I knew it.
Your time has passed. Mandalore will live on in me. I have created the next generation Dark Trooper suit from Beskar alloy.
Ugh. I love to hate this guy, I tell you.
The cloners, the Jedi, even the Mandalorians. By aggregating the best of each, I will create an army.
Oh, that's messed up.
Why don't we take your fleet off the board? Activate the interceptors and bombs.
No, that's where the armor is, right? Oh my gosh, man.
The purge of Mandalore.
Another purge, man. Damn.
Take him to the debriefing room.
Damn. So what are they gonna do with everybody else?
Bo-Katan. We have to stop meeting like this.
He's such an asshole. I love it.
I believe this is the part where you return the Darksaber to its rightful.
In combat, bitch. Fight her. Or are you too scared?
This is the way.
Are they protecting her? Kind of looks like it. They might all die and Bo-Katan might be the only survivor, man. They're protecting her and the weapon. One of them's gonna die. Maybe Paz Vizsla. Shit, I don't have a good feeling about this at all. Come on, Paz. Go. Oh no. He's not gonna make it.
We're not leaving you behind.
No. No. I was starting to like him. Oh my gosh, man. Are you for real? Maybe they'll just capture him. Maybe he won't die. What is it with these heartbreaking scenes? First Bad Batch, now this? No. Come on, just capture him alive. He's a true hero though, man. He's turned into the full Hulk, man. No, he has 2 more only. Oh, come on, come on. He got them all. But is he too hurt? Is that Gideon? Who the hell are they? Oh my gosh, what? Are those, hold on, are those like a modified Coruscant guard? They're wearing Beskar armor? Maybe they won't kill him. Oh shit, are they stabbing him right now? Oh my god, no! That's so gruesome, man. Wow, no. That is so sad. What the hell? And his son is gonna be wondering where his dad is. Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh. I did not like that episode. This is what I get. I keep saying, oh, I wanted to be more serious. I wanted to move the main storyline. This is what we get. Paz Vizsla's dead. I should have just shut up and been happy with the happy episodes, the lighthearted episodes. Wow, guys, we have so much to discuss from that episode. I feel like this was the episode that we've been waiting for, you know. Should this episode have not come sooner or what? Am I right, guys? This was definitely a great episode to tie together or begin to tie together all of these storylines that we've been seeing so far this season. So first of all, let's talk about Gideon. Gideon, we knew that we had to see him at some point, but I don't know if I expected to see him so soon in this episode the way that he appeared, but that was epic. We knew for a while that Elia Kane probably was working for him because she was definitely acting super suspect, and now we know basically what we've suspected, which is that she's not loyal to the New Republic at all. She's been an informant of Gideon's this whole time, and she's been just infiltrating enemy lines and then reporting back to Gideon, and this is presumably how they're going to help to take down the New Republic and then reestablish the the Empire and what we know to be the First Order. He was definitely the villain this season needed, I would say. I'm still wondering on a side note about the Doctor though, Dr. Pershing, because he was brought up in the episode as well. I don't know if Alaya did that on her own, fry his brain, or if Moff Gideon wanted that, because it seems like they could have used him for his research somehow. Or maybe Alaya already has what she needs from him, and then her and Gideon are going to use that in their own way and they don't need the Doctor anymore. I don't know. But then why not kill him? Why fry his brain? And you know, anyways, there was a lot that Gideon gave us this episode. Number one, he was talking to all those warlords. I'm pretty sure some of those warlords are probably connected to the sequel trilogy as well. They were just talking about general plans for the Empire going forward. And we obviously know by the time the sequel trilogy comes around, it's the First Order that's in power, right? So they've got to be connected to the sequel trilogy for sure. Thrawn was name dropped as well, which was super cool. And you see that Gideon wants to basically take that top spot that the other warlords presumably want to give to Thrawn, by the way they were talking about him. So that directly sets up, you already know the series, the Ahsoka series, because obviously that series is going to focus on Ahsoka and Sabine searching for Ezra and Thrawn. So how is this going to work? Are we going to see Gideon make an appearance in Ahsoka? And is there going to be a conflict between Gideon and Thrawn? Is Thrawn going to kill Gideon and take the top spot for himself, or vice versa? But there's definitely some type of conflict now, I think, that's being set up between these two men. You can never truly underestimate the power of the opposing force, in this case the Empire, because they will always sneak up on you when you least expect it. I think that's why Carson Teva was so frustrated with how the New Republic was acting regarding the whole pirate situation, because they kind of dismissed it. And he's the one that said, no, I think there's something more to this. This could be the Empire rising again. Don't dismiss it. I think their dismissal and nonchalant attitude is ultimately going to be what leads to their downfall yet again. So yeah, so that was all exciting. We got the Warlords, we got Thrawn mentioned, which is setting up for Ahsoka. And they also mentioned cloning in that meeting as well. And at some point in the episode, you see as Gideon's walking by, there's incubators behind him. And that again is tying directly to the sequel trilogy, because we obviously know that Palpatine returns as a clone, right? It's so cool that we're getting to see all this in the Bad Batch as well and the Mandalorian, right? Both those shows are diving heavily into this idea of cloning and how the Empire is trying to exploit that. I also liked how towards the end of the episode, Gideon, well actually at the end of the episode, Gideon talked about how during every era, there's something good that can be taken from it. He was talking about the Jedi, he was talking about cloning, and now he's talking about the Mandalorians. And that's so true. If you think about it, that's essentially what keeps happening from time to time. Each era kind of borrows a little bit from the previous era, and that's what Gideon has done. He's used Beskar for his armor and all of his men. We obviously know Palpatine's interest in Force-sensitive children and taking in Force-sensitive people for their own needs, you know, for Inquisitors and whatnot. And then now you have cloning as well, which is obviously important as we see in the sequel trilogy. So I think that line that Gideon was speaking was so important and so true. That's essentially what each organization does. You can argue that's why the history keeps repeating itself. The rise of the Republic and the downfall of the Republic and the rise of the Empire, and the downfall of the Empire and the rise of the Republic, and now the downfall of the New Republic again and the rise of the new Empire, which will be the First Order. It's just kind of back and forth because they keep borrowing things from each other. And it also, I think, speaks to the complexity of Gideon's character. He's not so black and white. I mean, obviously he's a bad guy, but I don't believe he's so loyal to the Empire as much as he's loyal to himself and looking to just exploit power, right? And that's something that they said in the Ahsoka series. One of the new characters, I think Balin is his name. I believe he was the one saying that for some, this means war, for others, power, or something to that extent. And you look at Gideon, he just seems like somebody that is always after power, no matter the shape or form. He knew, obviously, with the New Republic rising in power, they were going to be against him. So what did he do? He escaped. Now he's operating in the shadows. He's using Elia Kane to do it, to consolidate power yet again. And so he's exactly the kind of people that would try and pay special attention to cloning technology, to Jedi, to the Mandalorians, to see how he can use that to his advantage. So he's definitely a complex character. That's why I think he's a great character. Like I said in my reaction, I love to hate him, right? We gotta talk about Paz Vizsla's sacrifice as well at the end there. That was actually so sad. He's a character, we've never seen his face before, and he's not so much a regular, but he started making more and more of an appearances as the season went on. He was even in Book of Boba Fett. To see him go out that way was really, really sad. I'm telling you, Star Wars You gotta stop with these sad scenes, man. First Bad Batch, now this. He really went out like a true hero, sacrificed himself for everybody else, and he was definitely not going down without a fight. You think also of his son. A couple episodes back, we saw him get kidnapped by those dragon creatures, and they had to rescue him. And so now that son is gonna be without a father. So it actually makes you wonder, is Mando gonna now look after his son like he's his own? You saw him face off against those guards. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure actually those might have been the same guards we saw in the sequel trilogy, if I'm not mistaken. During The Last Jedi, I think that's who Rey and Kylo were fighting against, I'm pretty sure. But now you look at them and they have this Beskar armor, just like what Gideon was talking about. So he really is just creating this whole army for himself. Sacrifice is definitely, I think, a key tenet in the Mandalorian way of life, along with honor and loyalty. You saw that Paz portrayed that perfectly. You saw Mando actually speak those words to Bo. He said that to him and his people, the Darksaber doesn't really matter. It's honor, it's loyalty, it's sacrifice. I think that those were the words that he was saying, and that's why he's going to be loyal to her. You definitely saw those tenets played out very well in the episode with Paz, with the other Mandalorians too, just how they were caring for one another. You look at the armor, how she was looking after those that were sick and wounded. You saw how they really came together for Mandalore, right? This is giving a whole new meaning to the name, the Mandalorian, right? And the fact that Bo-Katan was able to bring everybody together is just truly special and speaks to how far her character has come. And the fact that Din is going to be loyal to her despite being from opposing tribes is big. This whole episode, we kind of saw them struggle a bit to keep the peace. You know, we saw Axe and Paz fight over that game, and obviously that game showed that they have different ways of looking at things and different rules, and so there's definitely work to do. But when it comes to fighting for Mandalore, that really is what unifies them. Even their reactions to Mandalore initially, Din's tribe, they were kind of shocked at the ruins and how it looked. I think most of them haven't even been there. And then for Bo's tribe, they witnessed a lot of that. So for them, it's like reliving that tragedy. So they have different backgrounds and different ways of looking at Mandalore, but they still are united in wanting to come together for Mandalore, to reclaim Mandalore. And that's truly what it means to be Mandalorian. They also met with more survivors who we learned never actually left since the war. They were just trying to survive on their own against the Empire, and they also pledged loyalty to Bo-Katan. So you can see how much importance and significance her name carries. Another big reveal is we found out how Gideon got the Darksaber from Bo-Katan, and that was a pretty big reveal. I don't believe that we've heard that story before. You could just tell that she was very much filled with guilt and regret for how she acted, but at the same time, like what Din said, you were doing what you could to protect your people, and that's kind of what she always has tried to do, you could argue. Bo-Katan as a character, protect her people, except for a couple things she did while she was still part of Death Watch. She did do some pretty bad things back in the Clone Wars days, but ultimately she's always been loyal to her people, to Mandalore, and we really got to see that from her this episode. So it does make you wonder, are they setting up an epic Bo-Katan versus Moff Gideon fight? Obviously the last time they met, Gideon had the Darksaber and then Mando won it from him. Now the second time they're meeting, Bo-Katan has the Darksaber, so is Gideon going to try and win it back from her? He doesn't seem to abide by the same rules as the Mandalorians. Despite wearing their armor, he's obviously no true Mandalorian, so he might just want to kill her and take it without actually going through the proper duel process. I am a little afraid for Bo-Katan. I hope that she doesn't die, either her or the armorer, because both of them are kind of leaders and uniters to a certain degree, and so I don't know that they could both be in the story, unfortunately. I could be wrong, but going forward, I wouldn't be surprised if one of them died. If the armorer died, then obviously Bo-Katan would take the new position of watching over that tribe in addition to hers and all other Mandalorians. If Bo-Katan died, then it would definitely create a little bit of a rift, because as this episode showed us, I think she's very much the glue keeping everyone and everything together. The last thing I wanted to talk about was little Mr. Grogu. He had quite the spotlight this episode. So we saw the return of IG-11, and that was definitely not what I was expecting. I was questioning if we were going to see him again, but I didn't think we'd see him again in that way. So to have Grogu operating him, I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty funny to look at actually, just seeing the way he pressed the yes and the no button. But I do wonder if it is leading to something bigger down the road. We're seeing him operate this very powerful droid whom, as we know, has the ability to be an assassin. So is that leading to something greater? And to be honest, it is pretty poetic that Grogu is now operating IG-11, considering when they first met, IG-11 was trying to kill Grogu, right? I'm curious where they're gonna take that. I definitely think they are making an effort to keep Mando and Grogu together, but at the same time make Grogu his own person and give him his own purpose, which I think is something that they need to start moving towards. That's something I've mentioned this video and last video and probably the one before that, which was, where's Grogu's character going in the future? It can't just be him and Mando forever, I don't think, unfortunately. I think that this is maybe the start of Grogu going on his own path that may not be completely separate from Mando, but it will give him his own development and a little bit more story apart from Mando. It's kind of like Anakin and Ahsoka. We saw them together a lot, I think, in the first season, and then as the seasons went on, eventually Ahsoka would have arcs just on her own, doing her own thing or interacting with other Jedi, not always with Anakin, and that was necessary to establish her as her own person. And now look, she has her own live action series coming out, and obviously she's not with Anakin. We needed that time with Ahsoka being on her own to get that necessary character development, and so I think Grogu is arguably going to need the same thing one day. But anyways, guys, I think that was a great episode. Like I said, this is the episode I've been waiting for. This is the way. I'm nervous as hell going into next week's episode because the stakes are definitely raised now. I definitely expect to see potentially a couple more deaths because there's an all-out war now between the Mandalorians and the Empire. My only gripe with this season is I really wish that this episode came sooner. I think had they spent the latter half of the season building up this conflict between the Mandalorians and Gideon, I think it would have been so much more of a powerful season overall. Instead, this episode's amazing, don't get me wrong, but we're just getting it so late. It seems in one episode, everybody's coming together, and then let's go to Mandalore, then now there's a war that started. That could have definitely happened over several episodes had they paced the season out a little bit better. But, you know, we won't complain too much because at least we're getting it, right? So better late than never. But yeah, you guys let me know down below in the comments what you thought of the episode as always and what you're looking forward to in next week's finale. And as always, guys, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And I will see you next week for the finale of season 3 of The Mandalorian. Until next time, guys, take care and see you soon.